Gay Pride Month commemorates the June 1969 rebellion of a courageous group of gay, lesbian, and transgender patrons who took action during a raid on New York City's Stonewall Inn. Since 1970, San Francisco has celebrated Gay Pride, and its annual parade is one of the best-known Pride events anywhere in the world. McDonald's is proud of our commitment to a diverse workforce and of our recognition by the Human Rights Campaign as a company that actively demonstrates its commitment to the gay and lesbian community.
VCY America presents Crosstalk, a nationwide call-in program discussing issues that have an effect on our families, our communities, our churches, our nation, and our world. Crosstalk, an opportunity for you to voice your concerns for biblical principles. And now live by satellite and around the world on the internet at vcyamerica.org. Here is today's Crosstalk.
And welcome to Crosstalk on VCY America. Jim Schneider with you today. Well, we have been keeping abreast of an issue of grave concern to many people. We are seeing a rapid advancement of the homosexual agenda. Just within the past several days, we have heard an announcement come forth from the American Family Association calling for a nationwide boycott of the McDonald's corporation, the McDonald's fast food chain. Here to discuss that with us today is Tim Wildmon, president of the American Family Association. Tim, nice to have you with us.
Hey, Jim, good to be on with you today.
Say, Tim, it was back just a few months ago. It was early April. You sent out from AFA an action alert in regard to the McDonald's corporation, and you began expressing concerns there at AFA. Take us back to the beginning just to set the groundwork for where we are today.
Sure. Excuse me, Jim. We at American Family Association monitor the corporate relationships with the homosexual groups, those that advocate and promote the homosexual agenda, social and political. And we track that, we monitor that, and what we noticed just a few months back was that on the website of the National Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce was a new member to that organization, and you can only imagine what that organization does. When I first heard about it, I was going, what in the world would you need a group like that for? You already have a Chamber of Commerce working for the benefit of everybody in business, so unless but anyway, they're there to promote what you might imagine the gay, the homosexual, social and political legislative agenda. We learned, if you go on their website, you can learn that too. But so McDonald's was a new member, and their logo was proudly posted there on the National Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce website. The McDonald's, yes, the McDonald's, the largest food store chain in the world. Well, we called McDonald's, and I talked to their one of their senior vice presidents, and we also talked to their person in charge of diversity, as many corporations have these kind of people now on a management level where they handle, quote, diversity issues within the company. So they explained to us that, yes, that McDonald's had made a $20,000 contribution to the National Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce, and that they were also granted a seat on the board of directors because of that donation. And one of their executives there had taken that position on the board of that group. So they couched it, Jim, in, as I said, tolerance and acceptance and diversity, and we're proud of our company's position on all this. And we said to them, look, we're not talking, they were talking issues like who we serve hamburgers to, who we hire. And we said, listen, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about who buys hamburgers from McDonald's. We're not even talking about who you hire to flip hamburgers at McDonald's. What we're talking about, American Family Association, is that you have taken sides in the culture war. You have made a direct financial donation to and taken a board seat to a group that is actively promoting such things as homosexual marriage, which is a big issue in our country now, as you know, Jim. And they've taken sides on this. I mean, if you go and look at the National Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce website, they have a legislative agenda. This is not a treat people with AIDS group, I mean, humanitarian group or a medical group. You might say, okay, well, that's maybe good work.
And I think this is really important, Tim, because just a few days ago, too, the National Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce wrote Don Wildmon, your father, chairman at AFA, a letter saying, "Hey, you guys got this all wrong here. We're just a network of business people coming together to advance business." But I believe what you're sharing here is it goes beyond just business networking.
Jim, if you go on their website, which I've done the last 3 or 4 days, there is a section called legislative issues or legislative agenda. They promote a legislative agenda, and in fact, in Indiana, their organization there was fighting against the Indiana folks having a vote on the ballot over same-sex marriage, as they've done in many states across the country. The National Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce staked out a position on that. They didn't want the people of Indiana to vote on that. Clearly, they're in cahoots with all the other groups: the Human Rights Campaign, the National Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation. All of them, they're promoting a social and political agenda. So I don't buy that for 1 minute that there's just some innocuous organization. If that were the case, there'd be no need for their existence. But as I said earlier, there's already a Chamber of Commerce which works for the business interests of all businesses. So the only thing you can have for a gay and lesbian Chamber of Commerce would be we're working for the to promote homosexual businesses owned by homosexuals
Tim,
or lesbians.
Yeah, let me just quote, and I'm on their website right now, and it says the NGLCC, that's National Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce, is dedicated to working with members of Congress in a bipartisan manner to pass common sense legislation in the areas of LGBT equal rights and business parity for LGBT business owners. And they mentioned that they believe that there's a need for fundamental changes in access to health care, taxation, general principles that will allow for a more prosperous business. Other sites they talk about on their site, whether it be advocacy in Congress or on Wall Street, education on new and emergency business technologies, employee rights, trade, or other issues of importance to the LGBT business community. And their chamber committees will be active in steering sound policies for implementation.
There you go. Well, there you go. Tell me that isn't an activist organization. Mm-hmm. They're proud of that. So McDonald's has said, here's $20,000. We want a seat on your board. We want to help steer your organization. How can we? Excuse the pun, but how can we serve you? So what we said to McDonald's was, look, don't do this. And we asked them, you've already given your membership for this year. Okay, can you assure us that you will not be renewing your membership in this group for next year? Because there are millions of people, we believe, who don't want to see their purchase of a cheeseburger or a quarter pounder and have some of that money go to support an organization that has values that are diametrically opposed to many of the people who patronize McDonald's. So basically McDonald's has said that anybody who disagrees with giving this organization $20,000 and helping them on the board of directors is hateful. In fact, that was their word, one of their words that they used.
Hateful? Did they actually use that word?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hateful. It's hate. I send that to you, Jim. But that's the word that they use in describing people who disagree with them on this particular issue, hate. So this is if people will go to our website, I don't know if you already have it posted on yours, but we have it on ours, American Family Association, AFA.net, and if they agree with us, then they can sign the Boycott McDonald's petition. And, Jim, you know us. Over the years, we've had several of these boycotts. They're not without great attention paid to building a case against a company In other words, which is a last resort, a last thing that we do. We don't. We understand that there are people who have, they're listening right now probably, who have family who own or work for McDonald's Corporation. So this is only when we have nowhere else to go. We will say, hey folks, it's time to use the pocketbook.